question sa inyo guys. Riddle ko to sa inyo to. If you're going to look at Ana, di ba? 25 years old siya and every month naglagay siya ng 2,000 pesos sa investment niya. Then you have Ben on the other hand, 35 years old. Pero ang nilalagay niya is 5,000 pesos every month sa kanyang investment. Now, parehong let's say 7% ang return or annual return ng investment nila. In the age of 60, who do you think ang may mas malaking pera? Si Ana or si Ben? And of course, welcome back to Kwarta 101, episode 4 na tayo guys. And for today, ang pag-usapan naman natin is what is compound interest? I'm sure lagi natin naririnig to, pero sige, let us explain it in the most simplest term. If you want to picture it, it's like a tree with roots growing into, let's say, branches. And then syempre, as the tree grows in time, di ba, mas kumakapal ang roots, mas kumakalat as well. Now, ang compounding interest, it's very simple. Think of it na kumikita ang pera mo at kumikita rin ang kinikita ng pera mo. Think about it this way ha. So if you have money, then kumikita na yung pera na yan, then kumikita pa yung pera mo na yon, kinita niyang pera. Diba? Interest on interest, ito yung parang snowball effect of investing. So, for example, let us put it in this way ha. For year 1, let's just say, ang sample example natin to, you have 10,000 pesos and then let's just say 10% ang yung parang kita niya every single year. Year 1, you have 10,000 pesos. Plus, yung kinita niya na 10% na interest, let's just say 1,000 pesos yon, then you have 11,000. Sa year 2 mo, guys, syempre, yung kinita mong 11,000, di ba, wala kang ginawalaw, hindi mo siya linabas, 11,000 na ang computation niya. Plus, 10% niyan, which is 1,100 pesos, di ba? Then you earn 12,100 pesos. If you're going to compare it with year 1, di ba, mas malaki yung kinita mong interest as well. That's how compounding works. Yung kinita ng pera mo nung first year, yun na ang gagamitin niyang computation sa second year. The second year nakita, yun yung sa third year. And then let's say, when you go to year 3, yung 12,100 pesos na yan, then it will still earn the 10% interest, which is 1,210 pesos, and then it will be in a total of 13,310 pesos. And in year 10, sabihin natin, yung 10,000 pesos mo na yan, magiging 25,937 ang kanyang interest. Diba? Ang bongga, diba? So, basically, guys, the longer you leave your money, the faster it will grow. Or the faster the gap between compound and simple growth. Now, kaya nga natin sinasabi, diba, time in the market is so important. It's because, guys, pumapalo ang compounding interest dun sa dulo. The longer you are. Di ba parang syempre, maliit lang yung base mo kasi nung simula. Pero as time progress, as time goes by, palaki yan ng palaki. Bongga, di ba? Now guys, this is also why it's so important na syempre ayaw mo lang lagay yung pera mo, let's say, sa very low na traditional bank na savings account kasi hindi lang siyang sapat. Now, if we introduce to you the rule of 72. So, ang rule of 72, guys, ito yung parang a computation that you can think of para mabilis mong malaman kung gaano mo or gaano katagal mo mabubuo or madodoble yung pera mo. Diba? So guys, the rule of 72, basically, it's a quick formula for you to know kung kailan or gaano katagal mo madodouble yung money mo. Okay, so rule of 72, let's just say, ang simple lang naman yung equation na to. Yung 72, i-divide mo siya by the interest that you're going to get from that type of investment. So, for example, MP2 tayo. So, 72 divided by, let's just say, 7% siya. It will take around 10.3 years to double the money that you're going to invest in that MP2. Let's say, kung naglagay ka ng 10,000 pesos at 7%, 72 divided by 7, it will take 10.3 years, di ba, for us to double that money that we place in. Now, here's where it will be a clincher for us. If linagay natin sa traditional banks natin, which is only at 0.0625%, guys, if we're going to apply the rule of 72, it will take 115,200 years for us to double our money. Guys, 115,200 years!
Ilang tao nang nabuhay para lang madoble yung money mo.
And that's why it's so important that we put syempre our money in investment portfolios or platforms or tools that will help us grow our money even faster. But syempre, for example, another example here na maganda, rule of 72, lagay natin, sabihin natin nasa equity fund siya. Roughly average nun, nasa 12%, di ba? Depending on what equity fund you're going to, get rin as well, it will just take 6 years for us to double our money. Di ba guys, imagine yung savings account natin, di ba? If ever, guys, it will take 115,000 years para lang siya dumoble. Nakakaloka. Handa ka bang mag-antay ng ganung katagal? Nakakaloka. Now, hindi lang yan. Meron pa tayong tinatawag na isa pang big enemy natin, which is inflation. Now, inflation guys, happens everywhere. It happens daily. Hindi natin siya matatakasan as well. Now, hindi lang yan ang kalaban ng pera natin. Diba? Syempre, nakikita natin, tumataas ang mga bilihin, groceries, rising price tags, diba? Lahat nga, diba, nagmamahal. So guys, think of it or think of inflation as a stealer of our money, yung nagnanakaw rin sa atin. Kinakain niya yung value ng pera natin. Diba? That's why, kung iniiwan lang natin yung pera natin, let's say sa bahay, sa ilalim ng una natin, diba guys, ano mangyayari dyan? It will lessen or parang yung value na pakonti ng pakonti in the future. Recently, in the recent study that you've seen here, diba, yung 100 pesos natin dati, it's only worth 75 pesos now. So if you have, diba, up 1 peso dati, 75 cents na ang worth ng nabibili niya ngayon. 100 pesos mo, 75 pesos lang nabibili ngayon. And guys, that's how it is, diba? Parang, oh my gosh, oo nga no, ganito yung value ng pera natin, pakonti ng pakonti, or nagde-decrease siya. That's your invisible tax of inflation as we want to call it. So, think of it this way. Yung 100,000 pesos mo, diba, kung nilagay mo siya sa savings account mo at 0.0625, this is your traditional banks. And then, ang inflation rate natin, let's just say, average yan sa Pilipinas, nasa 4% siya. After 10 years, yung 100,000 pesos mo niyan, guys, only becomes 100,626 pesos. Kasi nga, yun yung interest ng bangko na kinikita mo. But, the buying power that you can buy and use doon sa 100,000 pesos mo na yon can only or is only worth 67,980 pesos. Diba? In the future's money, or let's say in today's money, you lost 32,020 pesos in value. Diba? It's because, guys, hindi siya kumita. Diba? Kinain ng inflation yung worth ng peso natin. But, let's say nag-invest ka at 7% returns, diba? Depending on the investment tool. Pag-ibig MP2, let's just say, after 10 years, guys, yung 100,000 pesos mo, lumaki na siya to 196,715 pesos. And then, you beat inflation by 128,735 pesos. Oh, ang bongga, diba? Kaya parang, oh nga no, in fairness, bakit natin siya hindi titingnan in that way? That's why, importante that we look into investing. Kasi nga parang, oh, nag-increase yung value ng money natin when we invest. And if ever, we can kahit papaano try to beat inflation. Because inflation will always be there. And now, guys, syempre, balikan na natin si Ana at si Ben, diba? Handa na ba tayo sa sagot na yon? Now, were you going to look at it? Definitely. We have all the calculations down below as well on here on screen. Si Ana, diba? Sinabi natin, nag-invest siya or nag-start siya ng 25 years old. Investing 2,000 pesos a month with a 7% annual return. Then, nag-retire siya sa 60. Ang total investment niya nasa 840,000 pesos. Now, 35 years times 12 times 2,000 pesos. That's how we got it. But ang kanyang final value at 60 years old is nasa tumataginting na 3,047,000 pesos plus. Diba? Guys, depending syempre on, these are all just values, diba? Depending on the type of investment you're going to get. Paminsan may mga taxes yan, paminsan non-tax rin naman siya. So, let's just say these are examples as well. Then, on the flip side, si Ben naman. Diba nag-start siya ng 35? Medyo mas late, 10 years later. Pero, hinabol niya naman. Diba nag 5,000 pesos siya a month. With 7% annual return, nag-retire siya at 60. The total investment niya is 1.5 million pesos. Meaning, total na linabas niyang pera. That's 25 years times 12 times 5,000 pesos. That's how you get that. Final value niya is nasa, at age 60, 3.809 million pesos. Now, Ben wins very, very slightly. Sabi mo, Jocks, parang panalo naman si Ben. Yes, nanalo siya. Very slightly. Diba? 3.047 versus 3.809. Now, if you're going to look at it, guys, if you're gonna see and compare mo, malaki nga yung kay Ben, but Ben invested 660,000 pesos more than Ana. At ang nakuha niya lang naman, more, 762,000 pesos lang. Diba? Si Ana, almost the same results, but far less money ang kanyang linagay or ang kanyang ininvest because she started 10 years earlier. So yung extra 660,000 pesos na linagay Ben, guys, barely just covers the 10-year head start na na-miss niya. Now, syempre, what is the moral of the story? Time will always be an essence. Ang pinakamagandang investment talaga is time if you start early. But, guys, what we also want to share here is hindi pa siya late. If 25 years old ka, ikaw si Ana, simulan mo na. 500 pesos, 50 pesos, 1,000 pesos, and consistency is key. Now, if you're Ben naman, or 35 years old ka na, walang problema. Hindi pa huli. Lagi ko sinasabi, di ba? Hindi pa huli, nakakahinga ka pa, hindi ka papatay. But, you need to be more aggressive. That's why if you're going to look at the story, Ana, kahit mas maliit ang linagay niya per month, because younger siya and nag-start siya na mas early, slowly but steadily, mananalo siya. And in theory, if linakihan pa ni Ana yan, bonggang-bongga matatalo niya talaga si Ben. Diba? But now, if you're the type na ikaw na yung mas mature, then definitely, kailangan lang natin habulin. In terms of aggressiveness, dapat kung ano yung kaya nating i-invest na natin. Now, if you're a student, guys, ikaw yung pinakaswerte. Why? Kasi guys, ikaw yung pinakabata. You have time. You have the best asset. And that is one thing that I really regret na I did not do, was to really invest early nung kaya ko na mag-invest or kung gusto ko na mag-invest. And that's why it's so perfect na you can, di ba, make the best decision for your life starting very young. Let's just say, Ana started ng 20 years old siya. 2,000 pesos a month from age 20 at 7% kanyang interest or yung kita every year. Guys, at age 60, she would have 5.249 million pesos. Imagine that, di ba? Imagine that, guys, nakakaloka talaga siya. Imagine that. Ay, nakakaloka, laki talaga. Imagine, guys, di ba? Early ng 5 years lang, ang kanyang difference, 2.2 million. Guys, di ba? Yun yung kagandahan. That's the power of it all. Di ba? That's the power of, getting time by your side, using and leveraging time. Now, one more thing that we want to set up also and talk about. Definitely, ang compounding interest ay hindi magic. Kailangan mo talagang simulan yan and kailangan mo maging consistent. Kailangan you really do it. That's why I say, you wanna invest, you also have to be consistent. Now, dito rin pumapasok what we want to introduce to you, which we call the peso cost average. If you're in the United States, definitely ang topic na yun is dollar cost average. We just localized it as well. Now, if you're going to look at the peso cost averaging, ganito lang naman siya. It's your regular investment mo na regularly, parang let's say every 15th of the month, ako personally, yun yung date ko, diba? Regardless of ano mangyari sa mundo, kahit may giyera man yan, kahit magandang market, kahit mahal o mataas ang market, you would still buy. Now, hindi mo kailangan i-time yung market, diba? That's why when you're going to, let's say, invest in funds, stocks, ganon, they always talk about peso cost average, dollar cost average. Meaning, wala akong pakialam kung tumaas ang market or bagsak ang market. Basta today is my investing day, may linaan akong pera for my investing, bibili ako dyan. Now, if we're going to put it in a graphic format, let's just put it in a 6 months format here. We're gonna look at month 1, diba? 2,000 pesos yung kanyang invest, diba? Let's say Ana will invest 2,000 pesos. Then, bumili siya ng investment na tool, diba? Which is at 10 pesos per unit. So, mabibili niya is 200 units. In month 2, the same 2,000 pesos, pero 8 pesos yung per unit ng price na yan. Kasi nag-dip yung market, di ba? So, you'll see na 250 na mabibili niyang unit because bumagsak siya. The market dips, you get to buy more with the same money that you're going to put in. Now, month 3, you also have 2,000 pesos, pero medyo tumaas yung market nito. Sa 12 peso per unit siya, you only buy 167 unit hanggang month 6 as you can see it here. Now, total investment dito is 12,000 pesos. Yung total units na nabili, if we're going to add everything, is 1,175 pesos. But when we're going to average it, di ba, yung cost per unit nito, nasa 10.21 pesos only. Because, guys, syempre, titingnan mo, i-add mo siya, ina-average natin. Diba? Hindi siya parang, yes, bumili ka ng iba ng mababa, bumili ka ng iba na mataas, but if you average it, tingnan mo, parang nasa 10.21 per unit lang naman, or yung cost mo per unit. Yung current value, let's say, nasa 13 pesos siya ngayon. Then, basically, yung value niya is dapat nasa 15,275. Now, if we're going to look into the current value niya, let's say, nasa 13 pesos na siya. 13 pesos times the number of unit that you have is worth 15,275 pesos. You gain 3,275 pesos or roughly around 27.3%. Yun yung parang unrealized gain mo. If you choose to sell it, then yun yung parang ma-realize mo yung gains mo na yan na 3,275 pesos. But if you leave it, syempre, it can grow more in the future as well. So, one thing that we talk about peso cost average, huwag tayo matakot about market dip. Diba? The market is really like that. It goes up, it goes down. Diba? Ganun talaga siya. How I want to do it and how I think about it is, syempre, kung bumagsak yung market, I look at it as a sale. Kasi parang, ay, mas marami akong mabibili. Diba? And then, for me, when I want to invest, I also invest na talagang nakaset siya. That's why, if you watch my previous video, meron akong investing day, which is every 15th of the month. Wala akong pakialam kung mataas ang market o hindi, basta yung tinabi kong pera for my investing will be used for investing. And I will buy. Diba? Parang ganun ko siya inisip. Bibili ako no matter what happens. So guys, that's why importante yung mga concepts that we've talked about and that we, drill down. Because when you look into investing, diba? Kwarta 101 session natin, definitely, ito yung mga importante na alam rin natin. Compounding interest or compound interest, hindi siya para sa mayayaman. Para ito sa lahat ng mga tao na nagsisimula ng mga aga. The best time to invest was yesterday, as they say. But the next best time to invest is definitely today. So if you really want to do it, you want to change your financial future, your stability, and to build wealth, guys, you really have to. to start. And of course, ito yung gusto kong sabihin sa inyo guys. Ano yung type of investment that you heard na or yung gusto mong simulan? Definitely, we have all of the videos in the future, or if you're watching it every week, or marami rin naman akong mga playlist dyan, nakaset up naman sa inyo. And guys, I want to also know anong age ka nagsimula mag-invest? At paano mo sinimulan ang investing? Definitely, alam niyo man, lagi ko naman binabasa yan. Now, i-share mo rin to, definitely, this video to your friends, families, kapatid mo, tita mo, asawa mo, whoever. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe na rin to the channel, and of course, hit that bell notification button so you get notified every time I release a new video. Now, syempre, ang pag-usapan natin sa next episode is definitely some of the lower risk na investment vehicles, investment types that you might want to explore. And of course, guys, don't forget, I'll see you on the next vlog. Bye guys!